10 huge EastEnders spoilers for next week. What's coming up in Albert Square? 1. Sharon feels alarmed. Rightly worried for her ex, Sharon tries to persuade Phil that he should see a doctor about his mental health. No progress is made, however, as Phil only becomes more irritated by Sharon's supposed interference in his life. Before long, the Mitchell patriarch struggles to control his temper and verbally lashes out at his former partner. As a result, Sharon feels forced to leave and heads for the door. 2. Sonia faces hospital. Having watched a copy of Bianca's confession video, Sonia still feels transfixed by her sister's claim to have killed Debbie. Naturally, Reese does everything he can to try and convince his fiancée to drop the subject once and for all. With plenty on her mind, Sonia then has an unexpected exchange with Big Mo, which leads her to find solace in the quiet of the laundrette. However, her peace is abruptly disturbed when her health takes a worrying turn. The expectant mum heads to the hospital for an important checkup, all while Reese makes a discovery at his secret storage unit. 3. Ian denies Cindy. After Cindy attempts to find a way into number 45, Ian, Kathy and Peter all deny her access to her old family home. Desperate, Cindy then heads to Beals Eels to beg her husband to give her the time of day. However, events soon take a dramatic turn when even more accusations come to the surface. Priya offers Ian a hand during the tense exchange, but she makes a swift exit when the entrepreneur accidentally offends her. 4. Teddy steps up. With Honey and Billy's stender set to take place, Teddy does everything he can to make the occasion memorable for his brother. However, Sharon struggles to enjoy herself at the event, as her worry for Phil continues to trouble her. Before long, Big Mo stirs up even more concern when she reveals that Phil has paid for the celebrations. With the Mitchell man nowhere to be found, Sharon instigates a search party, while Phil's mental state continues to deteriorate. 5. Priya stirs trouble. Following their exchange at Beals Eels, Priya takes the time to share a drink with Ian at the Vic. The pair soon run into trouble, though, when Ravi, Cindy and Junior come through the door. Later in the week, Priya and Ian reunite and try their best to make their ex-partners jealous, but Cindy has other ideas about their unlikely partnership. At number 45, the duo refuse to back down and enjoy another drink together. But the fun doesn't last for long as Kathy arrives home earlier than expected. Priya eventually invites herself back to Ian's place, but Kathy throws another spanner in the works when she delivers some harsh words that forces the mum of two to call time on the meal. As Ian heads after Priya, can he make things right? 6. Martin feels reflective. Martin feels impressed after Ruby offers a heartfelt gesture. Later at the pub, Martin, Ruby, Stacy and their children share a warm chat as they reminisce on days gone by. In fact, even onlookers Sharon and Kathy feel warmed by the sentimental moment, even though it's clear that Sharon's mind is still very much with Phil. As Martin shares time with his close family, has he finally found the peace that he deserves? 7. Phil suffers hallucinations. By himself at home, poor Phil begins to lose his grip on reality. Sharon, Jay, Billy and Honey desperately try to search for their loved one, but they are unable to track him down. Meanwhile, Phil's psyche continues to play tricks on him as he starts to visualize the Mitchell family home back in 1985. As the hallucinations continue to take hold, Phil finds himself bearing witness to a pivotal moment in his teenage years. Not long afterwards, the long-suffering businessman then believes himself to be in conversation with figures from his past, including his younger self. 8. Jack comes clean. Ignoring her mum's attempts to put her off, Chelsea makes the decision to move in with Jack. At number 27, Penny is less than impressed with her dad for giving Chelsea permission to live with him, however. A truce is eventually negotiated between the two feuding women. Afterwards, Jack tries to make a gesture for Denise, before he reveals his honest feelings for her. As Denise finds the time to visit her ex later on, will the former couple finally make a breakthrough? 9. Grant returns. With Phil still in a dire predicament, Jay finally tracks down his distressed father figure. It's not long before Sharon arrives for a much-needed crisis talk. But Phil remains adamant that he doesn't need help from anyone. However, Nigel arrives in the nick of time, With Grant Michelle by his side, can Grant help his brother break free from the dark recesses of his mind? 10. Reese takes action. After Reese hears that his fiancée has attended hospital, he leaves the lockup and returns home. However, once he and Sonia are safely back at No. 25, the twisted killer comes up with an excuse to head back to the storage unit. Soon afterwards, Yolande turns up to check on her pregnant friend, while Sonia resolves to get rid of the confession video that has caused her so much stress. However, she is left shaken to the core when she comes across a chilling discovery. As a result, she makes the brave decision to confront her partner once he returns to the square. After a tense confrontation at home, Sonia decides to exit the conversation, but Reese stands in her way.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Spoilers TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.